Today's question: what are some common misconceptions with regard to Miller trusts? This is a Florida Medicaid planning topic that we have to discuss with a lot of our clients who are looking for help paying for long-term care, and there are a lot of misconceptions when it comes to what is a Miller trust, what do Miller trusts do, when are they useful, when are they supposed to be used. Miller trusts, you should know, are also known as qualified income trusts. They're also known as income-only trusts. So these are different terms that mean the exact same thing. Perhaps the most common misconception is I get from potential clients or people who are doing some research as to, kind of Florida Medicaid planning is they think of qualified income trusts or Miller trusts as this panacea, this cure-all. They say, let's just take all our money, we'll just put it all into a Miller trust. Let's just put it all into an income trust, and then we'll be qualified for Medicaid. That is a very dangerous approach to take and really completely false. And to really understand where a Miller trust is going to make sense is to understand that there are really two different tests that you need to satisfy in order to be qualified for Florida Medicaid long-term care services, such as help paying for care in the home, care in an assisted living facility, or care in a nursing home or a skilled nursing facility. One is an asset test, which says essentially with some limited circumstances, you can't have more than $2,000 to the Medicaid applicant's name, and an income test. And if your income is above a certain amount in 2022, that is $2,523. So if your income is more than $2,523, again, that's 2022. If you're watching this video in 2023, that number will have changed. But they're looking at your Social Security income, they're looking at pensions, they're looking at 401k distributions, they're looking at rental income, right? However it is you get income, they're adding it all up together. And if it's more than the income cap for that year, you need to utilize a qualified income trust or a Miller trust. Again, same exact thing, income trust, Miller trust, used interchangeably. So that's where the misconception is, right? If you had $100,000 to your name, you would not just go stick it in a qualified income trust and call it a day, because an income trust is just for income. It's not for assets. It'd be dangerous to stick all of your assets into an income trust because there is a Medicaid payback obligation out of funds that are in an income trust. That's the second big misconception. People go, well, after I pass away, then my children or my heirs or a charity or whoever I want is going to get what's left in my Miller trust. And that is generally not the case. An income trust requires the trustee to notify Medicaid, and anything that is in that trust when the Medicaid recipient passes away goes back to Medicaid to the extent of Medicaid's lien. Now, this really isn't a big deal if you're using an income trust properly, because income goes in and then income right back out to pay for health, wellness, medical related needs that are not already being covered by Medicaid, right? So remember, for example, if your income was $2,623, just use a very simple example, that's $100 over the 2022 income cap. That means only $100 needs to go inside a qualified income trust. So you put $100 in every month, January through December, every single month you want to be eligible for Medicaid. And then what would happen is the money would come right back out. Maybe even the next day to go pay for things that you need. So when people think of a trust, they often think of money accumulating. That is not the case with a Miller trust. That's not the case with a qualified income trust. We really want this account to almost zero out at the end of the month. And so if you happen to pass away before you've been able to spend your extra $100 in our hypothetical example, okay, you've lost $100. You got to pay $100 back to the government when you passed away. No big deal. You've gotten so much more by way of benefits. But if you stuck in $100,000, if you let that money accumulate, that could be a big problem. So a Miller trust is not a cure-all. A Miller trust is not the one-stop shop that we use for all of our Medicaid planning needs. It is one tool only for people who have too much by way of income. If people who have too much by way of assets, we have lots of other things to talk about. It won't be a Miller trust, though. So I hope this answers the question, some common misconceptions Marital trusts are not to be used for assets. There is a payback obligation, and marital trusts also are supposed to be used for health, wellness, and medical related expenses. And so sometimes we're talking about a different type of trust or a different type of solution when we have more than just medical things to pay for, like rent and mortgage payments and property taxes and things like that. But that's, I think, for a different video and maybe even a consultation. So again, my name is Jason Neufeld. I'm the managing partner of Elder Needs Law. We are a full service elder law firm focusing on Medicaid planning, estate planning, and probate throughout the state of Florida, no matter where you or your loved one is located. If someone needs legal assistance in the state of Florida, please give us a call. Phone number's on the screen. You see it right there. Visit our website and schedule a consultation. I hope you found this video informative. If you have, please share it. Please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get a lot of good information out to as many Floridians as possible. Have a great day.